Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and I was watching a video this morning, Brent Richards, and I'll put a tag there on his channel, and he's just started YouTube, and I like to watch the new guys that had just come to YouTube, and they sometimes have some of the best ideas, and I think he had a great idea, and his question was, how often do you look at your cards? How often do you look at your collection? Mine, I look at, I have kind of two different places where I keep my cards, and some of them are just in my closet, and the other ones are kind of in a storage closet or in the safe. So there's some that I look at a lot, and there's some that I don't look at as often. So I went through and I just pulled a box of cards that I haven't looked at recently. So this is how I store my cards. I just put them in one of the boxes. So I keep them nice and dark, in the dark. That way they kind of stay safe. And then what I do is, when I go through if I have to do like a VR, I'll go through, I'll pull some out, and those I'll put in another box, which I'll keep. And those are kind of the ones I look at the most. Ones that I've recently gotten, or ones that I've recently done a VR on, and then eventually I'll go ahead and I'll put them back in these back in order, because these are kind of in order. So I'm just gonna pull some cards and just look at some cards, and these are from 57 to it's my 62 set and my 59 set and a few other stuff in between. So let's take a look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and but I think that it's a great idea to go back and look at your stuff every once in a while, because sometimes it's not that you forget, but you kind of just take for granted that some of the cards, like this one, I mean, I haven't seen this card in a while, and it's a beautiful card. And these cards here that I'm going to show you, let me just kind of zoom in. I had all these graded, and in my last video I talked about my first video, and one of the things that I did before I got the shout out from Vince was I did do a SGC reveal, and these were some of the first cards that I sent. Some of them were not, but this maze was one of the first ones I sent in a reveal. And this one I did not send in the initial reveal, I sent in a later reveal. Because what I did was I sent the ones that I thought would be a little bit better grade. So that's the dry still rookie. So I'm just gonna flash through some of these. And these are all some of my 57s. And that's the Frank Robinson. That's the rookie card. There's the Sandy Koufax. This was one of my reveal. I always wondered why I got the 3.5, and I looked at this carefully, and I think there was like a indentation right there. You see that? There's like an indent, but you really can't really tell when you look at it. Other than that, it was nice. That's why I got the 3.5. There's my Brooks, favorite player. I don't have the 58 Brooks because I just don't like it. I don't like it. So I never bought it. So that's that. Here's a 58 here. I've got a lot of ungraded cards still. These are some of the graded ones that I have. I like this because it's got the Aaron and Eddie Matthews. It's just a great shot of both of them there. Here's the 58 All-Star. Ernie Banks. Way off centered, but it was real sharp, so I figured I'd get that graded a while back. And here's some of the 59s. And you can see I got these in order, numerical order, so I know how to find them easier that way. But that's my maze, 59 maze. Here's the usual. Usual came out in a 7. A lot of these came out in good grade because I've had them for many, many years. And what I did was I kept some of the cards that were in the better conditions, the sets that were in better condition that I owned. I sold off a lot of my other stuff, you know, to upgrade my collection and pick up some of my big boy cards that I have. But these are just some of the ones that I you know, graded. And the early win, I thought it would grade higher than the 7.5 because it was just perfect almost, and hoping to get more higher rate on that, but I didn't. And this again, another 3.5. It had a, it was kind of off centered there, but I like this card with the maze. And Richie Ashburn. Yes, it's 3.5. Oh, I see what happened. This one also had, you see how it has like a roller mark here? That's what it had in the back. It had kind of the wax. So that's why I got the 3.5. Here's Ernie Banks. So yeah, you know, Brent was saying that you know, you need to go and take a look at some of your cards, and that's kind of what I'm doing. I mean, you know, it's a process to obtain a card and to get it and to own it, and then just to put it away and don't look at it again. It's kind of a shame, and it's kind of you know, just, you know, just you gotta enjoy it. You know, it's a beautiful canine right there, beautifully centered. So this is a chance for me to do that. And you know, one of the things I talked about in the earlier video is that you know, I like to go back and kind of look at my own videos to look at my cards again. I tried to grade some. This is a high number. It's a common player, but what I tried to do at my second time that I went and graded with SGC, second or third time I graded with SGC, I tried to send in some cards that I thought could get, you know, 8s and 9s. So I went through the commons and I pulled this one out. I thought it would be, I got an 8. So, and here's the Whitey Ford. So I have, I still have a lot more ungraded. Most of my cards are ungraded, but I do have a few of these boxes full of graded cards. They're pretty much going to be SGC because that's where I graded. Oh, I have another box that's just PSAs, but I got all my SGCs together, which are really the ones that I've graded since I've had my YouTube channel. I've sent very few to PSA after I got my YouTube channel. So this is the 59 Frank Robinson, and these are oops, these are a little out of order here because this is a high number. So this is 435, and then Mikubu is the high number. You see, the high numbers have the black, and this was the set that I pulled my this is the mantle that I pulled the Gibson Rookie. This set had the Gibson Rookie, and the Gibson Rookie PSA gave that one an 8. That was the best pull from the set, pretty much. And that's the mantle. And these are some of the other ones here that have the plays, the thrills. This is the one, the maze thrills, which is one of the coolest cards around. The famous catch. So here, here's the Ena Slaughter, which is again another cool card. This is one of my favorites from the 59 set. Is the Destruction Crew. This is one of my favorite cards from the entire set. I'm graded a 7. I thought it'd be graded better than that because it's just beautifully centered. But that's got the Minoso and Dobie in there. Another one that's similar to that is the Corsair Trio, and that has the Clemente. Yet another cool card. In the 59s, you have the and you see the high numbers. They have the black. Like I said, the Corsair Trio is a high number, so it's got the black. let's see. And these are the All-Stars. Now, you're not going to see the mantle. Some of the bigger guys are not going to be in here because I've, what do you call it? I got these in the safe, the big boys. That's the K-line. And here's a beautiful air there, rated a 7. It's a beautiful air in there. Just love that sporting news cars. Here's a Spawn also in a 7. So then there's the Maze. Maze in a 6. Somehow I got some of these out of order. Oh, because this is from the last time I showed this. So this Aparicio came out of 3. I was wondering what happened with Aparicio. I don't remember. I gotta take another good look at it. But I think it was just the corners were bad right there. I think that just dinged it right there. And the other one I think that came out terrible was this one here, and Matthews, and I don't know why it says it's erased. I don't know if it had something on there. I couldn't tell. But it looked nice. Just couldn't find what it was. Maybe something in the back. I couldn't see it. I was thinking of cracking and resend it because I got this from, maybe that's it erased, maybe. I'm not sure. I couldn't find it. But it looked super sharp to me, and I don't know what was erased. Maybe these little marks. I just didn't see it. Anyway, this is the Hank Bauer. I got a 7. Here's the K-line. Got a 6. And Ray from Philly said to send this one in. It was the white. It's gonna be a future Hall of Famer. And Cepeda. Got a 5. And the Adobe. Adobe got a 6. So now we're going to move on to some 1962 cards. So this is my favorite set from the 60s, and this just, I have a beautiful set, and I don't look at it as often. I should display some of these because these are just, I love this set. I just love the card, just my favorite. So this is the Roger Ramirez. You know, if you get these cards in great condition, they just look gorgeous. I mean, like the Sandy Koufax, you know, with no chipping and nicely centered. I mean, that's what you want from these cards. And if you get them like that, they look beautiful. There's the Clemente, very tiny chipping in the corners, but very, very little, still 5.5. I mean, anything over a 5 in these cards is really, really nice. There's my Ernie Banks. I was disappointed with the Butch Robinson. I don't know why it got a 4. I still don't know why it got a 4. I guess it was the chipping along the edge. Yeah, I guess it was the chipping along that edge. Because it didn't have much in the corners. And it's pretty nicely centered, but it is. There's the Museo. Stand a Man, and a 5.5. Jim Cott. Not a big time Hall of Famer, but still a Hall of Famer. Here's some of the home run leaders that has the Cepeda, Robinson, and the Mays. I graded the checklist number 1. It's a tough checklist, and I was hoping it would grade better, but I guess it was a little off-center to them. But it was super sharp. You just don't see it that sharp or no. But they gave me. There's the Babe Ruth. It's 60. So, you know, like Brent was saying in my original thoughts by doing this video is, you know, look at your cards. Spend a little bit of time with them and enjoy them. And if you don't enjoy it, whatever you don't enjoy, and that's what I do too, whatever you don't really, really love, move on with it, you know. maybe you can pick up something that you like even better. So if you have a lot of stuff sitting, if you have a lot of stuff sitting around in boxes and you never look at them, and just maybe it's time to move it, you know. So that's kind of my thought, and that's kind of what I've been doing. And you know, I'm not gonna. My 62 set is just one of my favorites. So I don't think I'm gonna. Oh, there's the mantle switch hitter connect. So I don't think I'll be moving this set anytime soon. But you know, it's good to go and check it out. You know, here's my loop rock. Here's another card. I thought this card had a possibility of getting an 8 because of the just the centering on it, and it was just got no chipping at all. Tiny, tiny, tiny chipping. But God, I was hoping I can get a better grade on this one. It's just, I don't know, look at it. Nicely centered. Very tiny chipping. But the big difference between a 7 and an 8. 7 is a 7. Early win. There's a mini, luminoso. You know, some of these that I've shown in VRs, I've put the paper on. You see the cover, and the other ones I have not. So after this video, I'm gonna go ahead and put all of these in covers. Like, see, this one I've shown before, so that's why I have it this way. But there's some that have been in the box since I graded them. I haven't shown them like this, and they don't have any plastic, so they can get scratched up. So I gotta take care of those. That's Tom Trash Rookie. That's a beautiful card, and this was the one that has the, you know, the 3 bat knobs and 2 bats. That's always a fun card. There's a nice Jim Bunning card. Don't see that one too often. Ken Hobbs. He was the natural. He was going to be, you know, the next Mickey Mantle. Unfortunately, he passed away tragically. So this is his. They did a memorial card for him. The Duke Snyder. These are tough cards because they're high numbers in the 62 series, along with the little McCovey. So to get them in good condition is pretty tough. And this is one of the big ones that I ended up coming up with, the Euchre in a 7.5. Anything that you can get over a 7 in the 62 sets is like huge. So even that Yaz at 7.5 and this Euchre at 7.5, I really thought this also had a chance at an 8. I guess that little chip there, I guess it's got a little chip, but not much. But it was perfectly centered. So I thought that would have a better chance at that. There's Joe Pepitone. Now I also did send, like I did with the 59s, I did send some common players to see if I can get any 8s out of there, and the closest I got was this 8.5. Because if you could pull a 9 on, and I still got to go through my 62 commons, I may be able to pull. If you could pull a 9 out of these, it's worth good money. So, but this rookie card, Bob Tillman, pulled an 8.5. So here's a Warren Spahn. Here's another one that I sent the high number rookies to see if I can pull a 9, and I pulled an 8. Tom Harness rookie. Because these are all higher numbers, and they're rookies. So I said, oh, let me try that. But an 8, I had an 8.5 here, so that's not too bad for 62s. And here's a 7.5, and that's the Rocky Colavito Sporting News. I also sent in a Cuban player. that looked like a good grade. Zolio Versailles. And I pulled a 7, which, again, 7, 8, anything like that in a 62 is like almost impossible. But that's another one of those common cards that I thought I could try to pull a 9 out of that, but got an 8. So here's a Cepeda All-Star. That's a nice Willie Mays All-Star. Most of these All-Stars got 6s and 7s. And here's the Frank Robinson. The mantle was a 6, but it was a miscut. I sent that to PSA for my registry. There's a beautiful Hank Aaron in a 7. It's a beautiful pose, nicely centered. Here's another beautiful Frank Robinson in a 6.5. Let's see here, still got some more 62s coming, and then we'll end the video after we finish the box. But it's good to look at it. So, you know, I guess the question is, you know, how often are you going to have these cards? Am I going to keep them forever? I'm going to look at them forever? And, you know, that's a decision I have to make in the future. For now, I'm keeping them, but eventually, like I said, I could sell a lot of these cards and pick up some big card, a couple big cards. And, you know, that's what I did with my mantle when I sold off a lot of my other sets to pick up my mantle. So, who knows? Maybe one day I'll sell this 6.5 Hank Aaron or some of these other guys that I have in there. For now. Oh, and I got some of these little stamps in here that came with the 62 sets of Duke Snider. And let's finish the box here. The rest of the stuff I got in this box, the Duke Snider here. This is the Aaron. You can see the Aaron was separated right there, a little bit separated. That's why I graded a 1.5. Where this is no separation at all. So that's the difference. Even though you look at that Aaron, it looks beautiful, except it's off-centered. So anyway, that's that, and here's the Brooks. There's the Brooks. Keep this in order, guys. Okay, put those back in the box. What else I got in here? I've got 65. This is my Tony Perez rookie card. This is my Don Sutton rookie card. And then the rest are some of the these that I had graded. I have the complete set of these. And I played with these when I was a kid, so they're not great grades, but these are cool. And I actually did a video before these cards were graded, and I played with this. I played a game of this. So if you want to go back and check that video, you can go ahead and see that. That was a long time ago, but I actually showed how to play the game when they were not graded. So that's about it, guys. Went through this whole box with you. So you got a chance to kind of see what I got. And, you know, go back and check out Brent Richards' channel. And, you know, just check out all the new ones that I'm trying to give shout outs to, like I was giving a shout out with. So I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of my collection. And I'm glad I went back and looked at these cards over again and just, you know, realized some of the beautiful cards that I own that I should be looking at more often. So thanks, guys, for watching. Truly, truly appreciate you guys. Have an awesome, awesome day. It's Orlando from A Collector's Dream. I'll catch you on the next one.